Hi everyone, Savannah here. It is January 31st. Don't mind my appearance. I just got out of the shower, so everything's still wet. Because I just realized what day it was. The day to film my video. I need to film it today. I won't have much of a chance next week. I mean, I will, but I don't like being behind. I'm going to try to make this video quick because I feel like there is a lot to show. I feel like I'm probably going to be missing some stuff too, but I will try very hard to keep it from rambling, myself from rambling. This is my Flosstube 48. Flosstube 48. Flosstube is a subdivision of YouTube where we talk about cross stitch. Some of us talk about knitting and books. I won't talk about books. I read a lot. I don't want to add that to my thing. If you want to see my books, go to Goodreads. I'll link it below if you want to check out what I've read. Anyways, we'll do a little bit of cross stitch stuff and then the little bit of knitting that I have, and that should be it for January's recap. We'll start with my finish because I got a finish. It's not fully finished because I'm not there yet, but I got the first part of the Square Dance series by Heart and Hand finished. It was January, February, March. There's January. I'll talk more about this in just a second. There's February and March. These are all stitched on the called for linen, which is 32, I think. 32 linen and vintage country mocha. So cute how little they are. So I only have that one. I need to purchase the next part of the series soon so I can get moving along. I want to keep ahead. I mean, I did start this series last year in summer and I just finished it this month because I didn't want to work on it. So I found this box at Hobby Lobby the other day. What do I want to say about it? I went to Hobby Lobby looking for like a metal tin like this, something similar to what Priscilla has, because she would just magnetized, that's the right word, right? Magnetized her pieces, and then she had the lid and she can store all the rest of them there. I couldn't find any metal container that would work, and then I happened across this. It was like on an end cap in the decor section, you know, where there's like they have the kids, like it's just like they have certain like themes for children's rooms. It was like on an end cap, like next to the, I don't know, it was there, and I was like, ooh, that might be the perfect size. So I got it, and it is the perfect size. So this just looks really crappy here because it's just taped on. I laced all mine, and I have this felt that I just taped because I'm not entirely sure that's how I want to back them. I mean, this just looks plain by itself, and it's not straight either, but it looks plain. I don't know if I want to buy a bunch of pom-pom trim to match each month. So for now, it's just going to look like this until I figure it out. And then everybody can be stored inside there, which I love. I love. I feel like I rambled too much about that, but words are hard for me when I'm speaking out loud. Let me see here. I'm going to just check what I've worked on. Okay, so for my stitching goals this year is to touch everything for 1 week. All my whips, because I have almost 30 whips, and some I hadn't touched at all in 2019. Well, I think it was just one I didn't touch in 2019, which is getting love now. But anyways, besides the point, I wanted to do that so I could get some progress on everything. You know, my amount of whips is starting to stress me out pretty bad, so I need to get these down. I need to. So this is not the first one. This is not the first. So I started this kind of goal in December-ish. and I just kind of went with it. I didn't restart at the beginning of the year. I just continued on. And so the beginning of the month, or, well, no, this carried over from December, but this is what I was working on. It's called the Floral World Map by Stitchline on Etsy, but that store is no longer available. I think they might have got chopped by Disney. Anyways, so this is what I have. I did all of, well, it's not fully finished, but almost all of Russia and China. Let me see here. There was a little bit. I forget. I forget. When I was stitching this, I could tell you where North Korea was on this side. I didn't have Japan or South Korea in yet, but it was somewhere in this. I want to say it's in this area, but I could be totally wrong. So all of Russia and maybe most of China is finished. And I did that for either it was 6 days or the full 7. I can't remember. It's on 30 or 28 count Joblin in black, which I don't seem to struggle with too much. So there's that. What was next? Next was Frozen. Looks like this. I'm just going to insert pictures because it's just, I wouldn't say it's totally easier, but it is easier. So I got a page finish on this last year because I was like, I need to. I started this in 2017. Started the Floral World Map in 2017 as well. So these definitely need some love. Oops, that's upside down. So I had all of this page finished, and then I decided to go into the next page here and work on some of that. So I finished off Olaf's outlining, and then I decided to just do those chunks right there. Sven, the beginning of Sven is right here too, so there's a lot of color changes down there. So I was like, let's just focus on some more blockish areas just to get those going. So that was, I think, 6 days worth. I never can get that 7th day for some reason. So something always comes up and I just don't get a chance. Oh well. So that's as far as I am on my Frozen. I really need to get this done. My daughter is looking forward to it now that she's interested in Frozen again, but she's not totally against it. I don't know, kids these days, right? I'm not going to put that back in its dookie yet. Next was Mushroom and Fern, my Chatelaine. So this is my first Chatelaine. I was tempted to purchase and start this because of Stephanie of Lindy Stitches. Because like I heard of Chatelaines, I'd look through them-ish, you know, not fully, but look through them. Nothing would grab my attention, and then Stephanie pointed out this one, and I'm like, yeah, this one. Picture what it'll look like, and where I am is it's a big giant piece of fabric. I added a lot of fabric to the edges because I was trying to make a makeshift, what do you want to call it, like scroll rods with dowels, and it didn't work out. So I never took it off though because it does get close to the edge of the fabric. So this is where I am. What I worked on for this month is this top branch. So I had the bottom branch, the mushroom, pretty much everything. I can't hold this. This thing is massive. Oops, let's fold this side. This thing is massive. Okay, so what I did was this branch, this bit, put in these and this. So, I mean, this was all finished. The mushroom and a little bit underneath was finished in this side. So I just did the upper half. And I hate these trees. I really do. Just because of all the There's a lot of satin stitching going on in here, which, you know, is a pretty simple thing to do. It's just there's so much. And then these leaves. I know you can't really see them because of the lighting and all that. Those leaves have a lot of half stitches in them, and it's 2 different colors per leaf, and there's at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, okay, so let's just say there's only 2 full stitches per leaf, and the rest are all half or quarters. And I hate them. I hate them, but I made sure to get them finished. And it sucks too because they go through the whole design all the way around. But I wanted to make sure to get it finished before I put it away. So there, I got 1 whole side done, minus beads. So I got 3 more of those to do, plus corner bits. And anyways, so I put that one away because I'm not too concerned about it, even though I started this in 2017 as well. That one's just a thing. All right. Oh, sorry about that, guys. This thing is massive and just hard to maneuver. Okay, after that was Game of Thrones. I was pretty excited to pull this one out. I honestly think that I should probably go back to this relatively soon. I'll show it to you here because I have it here. Oh, the glare and it's dark. Maybe I should just edit in the photo. It's hard to see. What was I saying? Go back to this because I did start using this with Pattern Keeper, and so I need to finish all my park threads because I'm going to just do a cross country style. But I did kind of go a little nuts because since I knew I only had a week, and I was at a point where it was somebody's face finally, the mountains to be exact. I focused on that only because I wanted to see the quality. I wanted to see what it was going to look like, and I'm not telling you any of the other stuff. I'm sorry, fabric-wise. This is a 28 count, easy count. The Chatelaine was a 28 count. I don't know exactly. It's super soft. I hand dyed it myself, and then Frozen is 28 count Monaco, so on and so forth. I'm so sorry. Anyways, back to this. I focused on the face, and so I ended up kind of making a mess of my threads just to like get that work done. But I have all these other threads that I need to get taken care of, and I need to work cleaner, I think. Also, my husband and I were binging The Circle on Netflix during this week that I was working on this. So, you know, I probably could have gotten a little bit better. Man, that lighting sucks. I am so sorry. So, this page is what I was focusing on. Don't mind all this. I decided to crop my pattern, obviously, 3 pages in. So that's a mess there. But I'm working on that page down there. So I need to put, all these, well, these ones at the top up here, those are known park. These are kind of just, I threw them there to throw them there. So I need to fix that. But while his face isn't completely done, it looks good. So I'm pretty excited. I started this in 2018. This is my New Year, New Start for 2018. And I only have 3.5 pages-ish. Yeah. There's that one. Next. I forgot what date this was. I think it was the 15th. Yes, the 15th. So, I'm not a Sal person. I've tried them in the past, and I've always, well, I would say I always failed, but there was one that I kept up with. Anyways, pointless. I avoid Sals, especially mystery Sals, at all costs. I'll follow them, but I usually don't love them by the third release or whatever, you know how that works. So I don't bother. Anyways, a friend posted this one on Instagram last month, and I'm like, oh, there we go. I guess there's a Sal that I will be participating in. So it started on the 15th by Climbing Goats Designs on Etsy. She also has there's a Facebook page for this too. And it's called The Wonders of Space. And so this is what I have so far. I think there's 9 sections total. This is the middle one. So it's all space things. So I'm pretty excited. I stitched this all in one day. I mean, it took me all day, probably a good, I'd say 10 hours. I was also watching You, like I binge watched the first and second season of You during that week. So this is I want to say this is 28 count as well. And it's so funny too because I picked this up and got ready to start and I'm like, I was so tempted to do it 1/1 because that's just when I look at 28 count, that is what I see. 1/1. That's just what calls to me. But I didn't do it. It's like, this will be perfectly fine doing it this size. I mean, it's not even that big anyways. I just like everything teeny weeny. So the next, it comes out once a month. And so I gotta wait a long time before the next one. What was after that? Well, I think this might have been before that one, but yeah, the day before, because I went to an open sew, which was a lady on my Instagram. She lives locally to me, and she set up something with our library where she got a bunch of ladies together who quilt, and we all went to the library and sat there for a couple of hours. I didn't bring any quilting because I don't. I mean, I quilt, but I don't. I'm not gonna bring that somewhere because that's a lot of stuff to lug. I mean, some ladies brought their sewing machines, and some people brought their English paper piecing. I brought cross stitch and knitting because I gotta be different. Anyways, so I brought my Needleworker Sampler by Brenda Gervais. This was supposed to be my New Year, New Start, but when I went to go start it, I was missing the color in the middle because of some weird... I thought I ordered every single color I needed, and when time came, I realized I did not, and I was so upset. So I just said, nope, no new start for the year. But I decided it'd be fun to just take it with me, and I used for that color in the middle, her dress, I ended up just using the DMC for that instead. I mean, I have every other call for color, all the weeks. I have the Valdani, but so this is my first 40 count. And picture this plus. So it's 40 count doubloon, Newcastle linen. I took this with me, and I started that much. I got the little lady mostly done. I think there's one color's missing, and then it started on this border bit that's at the top. 40 count is fine. I don't have an issue. I don't know why I was so scared. Yeah, no issue. So we'll see how it goes. That's all I did. I'll pick this back up at the end of my rotation of whips, probably. Oh. And get a week's worth on that, maybe, at some point in the summertime. Sorry, guys. Shove that in there. Is that it? No, that's not it. So, no, that's definitely not it. So this was all, like, I was working on that kind of during the week of something else. I'm kind of out of order. I don't have dates written on what I'm looking at. Oh, this week. So this week I'm supposed to be working on my Galaxy. I just call it a Galaxy series. I'm not entirely sure what it's called. Galaxy Hoops, Space Hoops. It's from the Cross Stitch Crazy magazine issue. Oh, I don't know the issue number, but it was January 2018. It's an Emma Congdon. I'll just show you. Pattern. I'm going to end up showing you. So it's a 4-piece series. I started this a while ago. can't remember if it was 2018 or I'm pretty sure it was 2018, but it was those. And so I had most of this one finished. This is the one I started with. And then I had some of this one finished too. And I was like, I'm over here stressing about the amount of whips I have and how I don't have any that is close to being finished. I don't have any that were close to being finished, like by my terms, close to be finished. And so I'm stressing out. I'm like, and I was looking at my list of whips and seeing what was next, you know, what I'm working on next and next, you know, and I'm getting excited about what's after this one. So I decided, you know what, I'll work on these during the, that goes this way, during the week, and then just during my focus cross stitch time in the evening, I'll just pick the next thing off the list because that's what I was the most excited to stitch. So, and then I was thinking while I'm stitching this, because I don't enjoy these. I don't. This is confetti hell. I don't enjoy stitching on these, so I decided, you know what, I'll just stitch these two and not do the other two, because this one, oops, sorry, this side, this one looks just not as bad as, you know, this one, but still that's a lot of confetti bits. And this one I'm like, nah, maybe one day I'll come back to them, but for right now, I'm just gonna do these two. So this one is, I'm calling it done. I don't think anyone's gonna be able to tell if it's, you know, not done, because it's all scattery anyways. Why not just like it a little bit more scattery? So yeah, I'm calling that one done. The fabric here is a 16 count Aida that I dyed myself using shaving cream. It's not color fast. Just so you know, if you try this, it is not color fast. And here's the other one. I just put in this bit the other day. So there's not too much left on this one. Just the ring and then the little bit, like there's a second like planet or moon that goes there. And then these will be done. And I can get them off my whip list, which will be nice. Oops. So that is that. And then so what I did instead of those for this week as a focus piece, I pulled out my Irish Mandala Chatelaine. I was super excited. This is the one piece that did not get touched one single time in 2019. And it killed me. It killed me. So this is what I'm working on. I put in, so this week so far I've put in all of this corner. And I've had this corner almost finished. That's all I've done this week. I'm actually thinking about skipping what is next week and continuing this because I am loving it. I really want to put the next border on. I want to get it past this point because I feel like it's been at this point. I mean, granted, these two weren't there, but still, I had these two. So I felt like it was at this point for a long time. So I'm going to keep going. This is a 28 count. Again, it's really soft, like super soft. I want to say gel blend, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't know what it is. And hand dyed by me as well. I know the light's shining through. It's just like a pale blue gray. My go-to color. That is what I have so far. I love it. All of this will be filled in with beads. These corners will be filled in with beads. And gosh, who knows what else. There's probably a bajillion more beads in there that I don't know of yet. So yeah. And next week is supposed to be my Ode to Mary needle roll. I'll pull that out real quick, I suppose. I know I'm trying to keep this quick, but I'm going to ask this on Instagram anyways when the time comes. Is this it? Yes. So I did work on this in either early December or it was November. I put in the next page. Oh. So I have all of this side up to here finished. All of this side finished. And this is supposed to be next week. I'm not sure, since this already got some love during my ish you know, just recently. I'm thinking maybe I should just move this one to a later time. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I continue on the Chatelaine for another week, or should I move on? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, what's next? That is it. Okay, that is it for what I worked on for whips wise this month. I'll show you a little bit of haul / gifts real quick. I only have 2, and then the knitting, and then I should be done. Okay, so some of you might know that I have a unicorn pattern that I am desperately in search for. I will show you a picture of it. I have a picture right here. It's this. I am desperate to find this. It is in the, oh gosh, Cross Stitch Collection Magazine, issue 119, July 2005. I cannot find a copy of this. It's a DMC exclusive pattern from that magazine. I cannot find it at all. And I've been trying so hard to find someone who might have it. It's like the elusive magazine nobody can get or have, or, you know, and it's driving me bonkers. I really love this piece. It's King Henry and his 6 wives and the Palace of Richmond. And then, you know, just a bunch of extra motifs, the Tudor flower, Tudor rose, I should say. I love it. Love it, love it, love it. So I've posted on my Instagram. I've posted on Facebook pages. I've checked eBay here in the US and in the UK for it. I can't find it anywhere. I really want it. Anyways, so no lucks yet, but a sweet Instagram follower messaged me and said she doesn't have that one, but she had another King Henry pattern, the kit, and that she would send it to me. And I'm like, that's so sweet. That's so nice. So she sent me the kit. I kept it in the envelope because it's from Europe. You know, it's from the UK. Gotta keep the fun stuff, right? I'll post a picture because I don't have the cover picture. She didn't include that in the mail. But it looks like this. I'm sure everybody's seen it. You can still get it on eBay and all that. So I have, she gave me the floss, the pattern, and the fabric. It also came with beads and 2 needles. So this is an Ada. I'm debating if I should just stitch it on this or if I should. No, there's a lot of half stitches in the roses, so maybe I'll switch over to a linen or an even weave. But yep, I kept everything just the way it was because that's fantastic. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited to maybe get this one started this year. We'll see. So that was a gift. I love it. I just have something Tudor related that I can stitch. And then this one is a, I guess, haul. I purchased this in December. It was Jen from Darkside Bags on Instagram. She's doing a bag of the month type deal where it's a theme. You can choose if you want, and you get the bag, a zipper pull, and a needle minder. And there's 2 different options per like theme. So January, I want to say it was January's theme. Like she took the pre-orders in December, and so for January, I think. So it was Sabrina, you know, the witch lady, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, I think it's called, and then the Labyrinth. So of course I chose the Labyrinth. And then for each theme there was 2 options. You could buy the big bag or a little bag, and then you can get 2 needle minders or 1 needle minder kind of thing. I think for each theme it's going to be a little bit different, but you just have to check her Instagram for those. Of course, I immediately chose Labyrinth. I love the Labyrinth. And so I bought it, paid it, and it came yesterday, finally. So this is my bag. And I love it. It's so cute. Just black on the inside. And this is my needle, or my zipper pull. Like a crystal ball. And my needle minder is Gervais. Goblin King. I love it. So yeah, I don't know what to put in there yet. I'll find something. I have plenty. So this is my second bag from Jen. She made me a Game of Thrones one too. Knitting, last thing, I believe, yes. And it's just one thing. So it's my sweater. My winter Woods Raglan sweater. I'm close, guys. I'm getting there. I promise. Well, yeah, because all of January I finished the body. It's all folded up there. I finished the body. I got this sleeve started, and this sleeve I'm working on the cuff. So I am almost finished. Super excited. Yeah, can't wait to wear it. It's so comfortable every time I try it on to see, because I got to try it on to see how long, because my arms are long, so I have to try it on occasionally to see how it fits. But I'm at the cuff, and that's great news. No spend January. I knew I was gonna fail at least one time. There was a pattern that I wanted to purchase, a knitting pattern that I knew was, like, I've known it in advance, but it didn't release until the 15th of January. So there was that was already anticipated though. But I did fail yesterday. My husband and my son had a field trip for preschool, and it was right up the road from the local needlework or local yarn shop. And so I lost my needle gauge. So I purchased a new needle gauge. And then later that evening I purchased some yarn online. Yeah, but you know, I went almost all month. And so it's really good. I mean, that is it, guys. That is all I have to talk about. I don't need to show you all the other stuff. I don't have any other knitting to show you because I'm focusing solely on this. That's it. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. I appreciate it all. And I'll see you next month. Bye.